In a small village in India, far from the bustling cities and prestigious universities of the world, a young boy is scribbling mathematical equations on a slate, unaware that his work will soon captivate some of the greatest mathematical minds. This is the story of Srinivasa Ramanujan, one of the most brilliant mathematicians in history. Srinivasa Ramanujan was born on December 22, 1887, in the small town of Erode, in Tamil Nadu, India. From a very young age, Ramanujan displayed an extraordinary affinity for mathematics. By the time he was 12, he had mastered a college-level mathematics textbook, and he began to develop his own theories and formulas, many of which were completely original. But Ramanujan's path was not an easy one. Lacking formal education and coming from a humble background, he struggled to find an academic outlet for his work. However, Ramanujan was driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep spiritual conviction that his mathematical insights were a divine gift. His work was often marked by a raw, intuitive understanding of numbers, which led him to formulate thousands of theorems, many of which he recorded in notebooks, later known as the Ramanujan notebooks. In 1913, Ramanujan took a bold step that would change his life forever. He wrote a letter to G.H. Hardy, a prominent British mathematician at the University of Cambridge. The letter was filled with pages of formulas and theorems, some of which were already known to the mathematical community, but many others were completely new and astonishing. Hardy, though initially skeptical, soon realized he was looking at the work of a mathematical genius. Hardy invited Ramanujan to Cambridge, marking the beginning of one of the most famous collaborations in the history of mathematics. Despite initial hesitations due to cultural and religious reasons, Ramanujan eventually traveled to England in 1914. Hardy and Ramanujan worked together for several years, producing groundbreaking results in number theory, continued fractions, and infinite series. Ramanujan's work on partition functions and modular forms laid the foundation for many areas of modern mathematics. Ramanujan often stated that his mathematical ideas came to him as visions from a Hindu goddess. His methods were unique, and many of his results were derived without proof, which puzzled his contemporaries and spurred mathematicians for decades to derive rigorous proofs. Ramanujan's influence extended far beyond his lifetime. Even today, his work continues to inspire and challenge mathematicians. His notebooks, filled with thousands of results, have been studied extensively, and new discoveries are still being made based on his insights. Sadly, Ramanujan's time in England took a toll on his health. Struggling with the cold climate and unfamiliar diet, he fell seriously ill. In 1919, he returned to India, but his health continued to deteriorate, and he died in 1920 at the young age of 32. Ramanujan once said, "An equation means nothing to me unless it expresses a thought of God."